Welcome, everybody. I am Val Thompson, today's host for iFocus Podcast, a voice for global commentary. iFocus Podcast is your passport to the world. Today, we have a very interesting and anticipated guest, Mrs. Nicole Wilson, who is CEO of NW Investment Properties, LLC. How are you today, Nicole?
I am well. How are you, Mr. Thompson?
Fantastic. And when I said highly anticipated, I was not kidding.
Oh,
We've
Lord.
been waiting for your interview, and there's some other things we got to say about you, but we'll wait till later on in the show.
Okay.
Your bio is, I'm telling you, you've done quite a bit for a young lady. So I tell you what, let us hear some things from you about your background. Just walk us through your background.
Okay. Again, I am the Nicole Wilson, the mental health mogul here in Houston, Texas. I was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but I've been here in Houston for 22 years. So I always say Louisiana made, but Texas paid. I have two children, two beautiful little boys. I've been married 14 years. And since I've been in Houston, I've just been able to make great connections. I started off working in the mental health sector, received my undergraduate degree at Southern University, and then a master's at Prairie View A&M University in juvenile forensic psychology. I always wanted to know kind of what made people different in school. You know, I used to see students, especially one of my friend's sisters, separated from the general population, wanted to know why she had to sit with a certain group of people, why she couldn't, hang out with us, why she learned differently. And so once I started school, it hit me. And that's the area that I wanted to focus on in business and in my personal life. So I've had several businesses, still own a few. Anointed Caring Homes was one of the first businesses I opened here in Houston. And that is an agency where I provided services and supports to individuals that had intellectual and developmental disabilities. So we provided services in their natural home setting. We had group homes where we had individuals to come in and care for the clients that we had, and just created a nurturing and loving environment. And then stemming from that, opened On the Go Medical Supply, which is a medical supply company where we provide medical supplies to government agencies. Also, like you mentioned, Mr. Thompson, NW Investment Properties, that is the investment real estate arm of the empire that we're building. So I'm also a realtor here in Houston, help customers buy, sell, hold properties. And also we're working on a construction team as well. That is just a few. I don't want to, I can talk all day, but if you, that's just a little bit about me. And again, I just entered the tech world. So I created an app called the Everyday Living app, which is basically the Airbnb for long-term care. So it's a community for the providers who provide services to individuals with intellectual disabilities, senior adults who have businesses that have personal care homes. It's just a community for them to be able to communicate, serve clients, receive placements, and all things mental health.
No, please elaborate. I want to hear the story. We'll get another chance to tell a story again. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, if you got more, give it to us. I'd like to know a little bit more about the mental health care. Now we say mogul. Is that part of the name of the company, or is that characterization for you?
That is for me.
Okay. Well, that's fine. We would love to know. I mean,
I just enjoy working with individuals. I had that business for 15 years. And so within that business, of course, I was able to develop relationships with different agencies, the Department of Family Protective Services with their disability specialists, disability rights attorneys, and just was able to develop those relationships to be able to provide a nurturing and safe environment for the individuals that we provided services for. I did grow and scale that business, and since then I sold it in a year and a half ago in September of 2021. The reason why, when I started that business, just like most business owners, I went into the business with my exit strategy in mind. I did mention that I have two younger boys. They're 8 and 10. One's all things athletics. The other is a creative. He's an actor. And in talking with them, they weren't interested in keeping the business. And that wasn't something that I wanted to do long term or forever, but I am still in it in the capacity of creating the app and consulting in that space. So, again, I was able to scale that, grow it, and sell it. And then that stemmed the tech portion of the home and community based community that I also love. And so with the Everyday Living app, like I mentioned, it is the Airbnb for long-term care. That's how I like to coin it. And for those providers or people that are watching who are providers or who provide services to individuals that live in group home settings, that own personal care homes, or if you own senior living homes or assisted living facilities, this would be the app to go to collaborate with other like-minded individuals, other service providers. If you are in the market and maybe you have an individual that you're caring for and you may not be able to continue to meet their needs, where you can log onto the app, say, hey, I have Johnny, he's 12 years old, he takes this medication, I'm not able to meet his needs anymore, who can take them? And in this community with, other service providers, anybody can just jump in, chat with you and say, hey, I have a bed open, I'm able to take Johnny, what do we need to do? It's just convenient. Like I said, everybody is on their phones all the time versus using email, making all these phone calls. They can chat with each other in this community or in the app. They're able to receive notifications for emergency placements. Families are able to get resources in there. So I'm very excited about it. It's something new for me, stepping into the tech world, but it's a very innovative way for families to find placements for their loved ones.
Fantastic. That's really great to know. There's a lot of opportunity for that business today. You got, your elders, people are getting old. I'm one of them. And there are also families with young people who need to, some type of counseling every now and then. I suppose that's what part of it is about, right?
Not necessarily counseling, but they're able again to find, reputable homes for their loved ones, and agencies who are already providing services. They're able to chat and, communicate with other providers to either get feedback, get any type of direction, questions answered, and again, receive placements from department agencies.
Right. I got to tell you something about your CEO of NW Investment Properties LLC.
Yeah.
Now I have to admit, when I first saw that, I thought NW mean Northwest.
Look, everybody says that. And then Northwest. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Then I snapped. It took me a minute though. I'm like, oh wait a minute. NW is Nicole Wilson.
Nicole Wilson.
So that's an interesting business to get into. Right now, it's almost no lose business because the price of real estate. I mean, you're just buying dirt. You pretty much can wait a few years and turn around and sell it and make a profit. As fast as Houston is growing. I'll just speak about Houston. But also, if I'm not mistaken, you said earlier in our conversation that you were investing into Belize.
Yes.
So you're so appropriate for this show because this show is about international business. So can you share with us some of the things you may be doing in Belize?
Yes. So I'll just kind of start back, if you don't mind, from when I first visited Belize. So I am a member of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, a board member there. And I started traveling to Belize with them on trade missions back in 2015. That was my first time ever traveling to the country of Belize. And at that time, I was just doing, fact finding, trying to figure out what services the country needed? How can we bring employment and resources there for them? And so over the years, I've noticed that the country was still a developing country, and even today it's still a developing country. So, me being in the real estate realm, there are a lot of opportunities to buy land, to build, and to bring employment there for the citizens there in the country of Belize. So, my what I'll be doing is, again, buying land, looking to buy some land. Also partnering with Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce as one of the investors on a project that they're currently working on in the city of Belmopan, which is the capital city of Belize. And then also helping some of the residents there with some of their real estate needs. So, we've been talking to the mayor over there, which Mayor Palacio, which she's been very helpful in bringing some of the workers and investors together with us to kind of talk about how we can grow the real estate investment, real estate investing in homes and housing and jobs to that country. So that's kind of where I'll squeeze in and fit in.
Belize, investing in Belize is a win-win. There's no question about that. It's one of the nearest destinations to the United States. You're there in a couple of hours.
Right, a couple hours flight. Their primary language is English, and the food is great.
And you're getting the flavor of the motherland.
The flavor. When I say the flavor, the flavor.
The flavor of the motherland. Without traveling 6,000-7,000 miles to get to the motherland, you can get a taste of that right there in Belize. It's a very exciting country. It's on the move, very low population. So that means there's opportunity for you. These countries with large populations, opportunities tend to be narrow. So this is a broad situation. And I think you're making a really smart move to invest in Belize for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I had to create a company there. So the company is NW Investments Ltd.
Okay.
But we're ready to go now. We are legal. We're ready.
Okay, great. Well, okay, now let's I want to talk about some of your not before I do that. There's another organization that you're co-founder of. I want to look into that. It sounds exciting.
Yes, it
and
is.
The name almost says everything, right?
Yes, I know.
I want to say it. I want to say it. You are a co-founder of BossCHICS International, right?
Yes.
Okay.
BossCHICS International.
You have to share with us as co-founder what is BossCHICS International and what's the purpose of the organization?
So BossCHICS International, it is a platform where we are basically given the blueprint for women to either start their business, grow their business, or scale their business. We are not the typical empowerment platform, women's empowerment platform. We're all about empowering women, but that's not our focus. Our focus is to lay down the blueprint of business, success in business, again, growing your business and scaling your business, whether you are a woman of color or just a woman in general. We meet you where you are. We're not, to be a part of this, you don't have to be a woman of a certain stature. We meet you where you are, and we collaborate. We help each other, we support each other, and we're taking it international. We just rebranded this year in 2023. It was called BossCHICS of Houston, but now we have rebranded and we have decided to go international.
I love it. I love it. BossCHICS International. And as you can see behind me, international, we're
Yes,
all about international,
international
right?
focus. Yes, I
So,
have one of my good friends. Well, the other co-founder, which is the visionary behind the brand, her name is Deanna Green, and yeah, we kind of came together and made this what it is. We had our first conference last year in June, which was a success, and then of course we had our second annual conference this year. So next year we're trying to take it international. So maybe you can help.
no, don't
Maybe you
use the
can help
word.
us with that.
Don't say try. You're going to.
We're going to.
And if you need our help, then we'll be here for you.
Thank
So, so it's a membership-based organization. I understand.
It is, but
Right?
we don't make
Is it
money
a
off of
nonprofit?
it. It's not, but we're about to create a nonprofit arm of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you share with me how many members you have?
Well, right now we just again when I said we rebranded, when we rebranded, we also created this membership platform. So right now, I think we have about 20 women that have signed up since our conference in June. That's when we launched it in June 2023. So we're now marketing and trying to network with other women to get them to see what our mission is, and hopefully we can help them with the blueprint to creating and scaling and making their business a success.
Oh, that's going to be wonderful. I'm looking forward to you guys' growth, and maybe attend some of your events. Who knows?
Yeah,
I would
that
love
would be awesome. We would love to have you.
All right, great. All
Sprinkle
right.
a little testosterone amongst all those women.
That'd be, I have to watch you. I would love to be there. I would love to be there. So, you've over the years you've received some really high honors and accolades, and I'm looking at one, the SBA Award for Successful Emerging Leaders. I hadn't heard of that one, but I know when you say SBA, is that the Small Business
The
Administration?
Small Business Administration, they have a program, and I think they have since changed the name, but in 2018 it was called the Emerging Leaders Program. And so that was a program for business owners, for them to kind of teach you to how to grow and scale your business. And so it was I think it was about 20 other business owners in that program, and we had to be diligent and attend that class I think we had to do it like once a month for like 8 or 9 months, and you couldn't miss a class.
Yeah, that's a great agency to be involved with, and anything they do, in my book, is going to be outstanding. So, yeah, that's good. Now I see another one, 2022 Business Stellar Awards. Tell us about the Business Stellar Awards and who presents it.
The Business Stellar Award came from Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And that was a near and dear award to me. I wasn't expecting it that year. But yeah, that came from Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, where they basically saw, all the business that I've been doing, what I've been doing in the community, and chose me or voted me as the Business Stellar Award winner.
Fantastic. So what about the savvy, business savvy? Is that savvy?
Business savvy. you don't know all the time when people are really watching you. And so this was through my hairstylist. There is a group that she's a part of in the hair care industry. And this was the first year, I think, that she kind of spearheaded this particular event. And she chose me. I didn't even know. She called me. One day I was in the hair salon, and she was like, I would love for you to be the recipient of the Business Savvy Award. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? And she was like, well, I have been watching you over the years, because I've been going to her for years. And she was just like, I admire, your business savviness, what you've been doing in business, what you've been doing in the community, the longevity in business, and being able to, withstand, business past 5-year mark. Like I said, I was in business for 15 years with Anointed Caring Homes. and, just kind of what I did for that business and how I grew it and was able to also open other businesses, and those were pretty successful as well. So yes, she asked me would I be the recipient of the Business Savvy Award, and I accepted.
Well, you know what? I just talking to you now, I can tell you certainly appropriate for that. And yeah, you are. There's no question. I read your the brief, and I know this bio is brief because
Yeah, it's brief.
yeah, it's very brief because just going by what you've told me in this interview, there's some things that's not on there. That's very exciting to speak to you. And there's one more that's not on there, and you're going to be receiving. You're the recipient of the Houston International Trade Development Council.
Yay!
2000, 2023 Outstanding International Entrepreneur Award. And with the Global 7 Award, there's only one. There's only one to any of the categories, and so you are the 2023. No one else has that award.
That's awesome.
And so we're well, I'm president of the organization, so we're excited about you attending the award and receiving it. You certainly are appropriate for it, and we're looking forward to you seeing and some of your BossCHICS.
Yes.
Very soon.
I got to get the ticket information though. Once you share that, I can blast it.
Actually, I'm gonna, when we get off the interview, I will make sure I send you the link, so all you guys can have an opportunity to come and see the most festive event. I'm going to say in Houston, and you wait a minute. Not only that, you're in a lineup. This is probably one of our strongest class.
Wow.
The 2023 class. I mean, you've already seen who's going to be up there.
I have. I have seen it, yes.
But today is your day, so we're not going to name anybody else. Nicole Wilson.
The Nicole Wilson. That is me.
You bet. 2023 Outstanding International Entrepreneur. You're certainly appropriate for the award.
Thank you.
Also, well, how about, is there anything that we haven't or I haven't asked that you'd like to share with our listeners and viewers?
Well, there's one other aspect of business that I kind of tapped into. My husband and I, WGW Entertainment. We co-executive produced a film called Jason Broken by God, which was filmed here in Houston. And so we were pretty excited about, that venture because that was something new. It intrigued me for one, because, I mentioned earlier that my son is an actor. And so just kind of being able to be behind the scenes and seeing how things are filmed and, how they piece the scenes and stuff together. Now it has me watching TV and movies totally different, but that was an exciting experience to be able to executive produce a film. So that was exciting.
Right. That does sound exciting. I want to, please keep me posted on, any viewings, what have you. We'd certainly like to hear more, and we got to bring you back on this show.
Yeah, I would definitely come back.
The way you roll them out, we could probably have another interview next week, and there'll be something new to hear about. So
I stay busy. Again, I like helping people. I enjoy caring for individuals. So I am about to get ready to open up something in Beaumont, Texas. So maybe when I come back on next time, we can talk about that. But I'm excited. I'm excited about that. So,
right. Yeah. Well, Nicole Wilson, it has been an absolute pleasure to interview you. And again, we're looking forward to bringing you on at another time, because we know we'll hear plenty more new things that when you do.
Yeah. So just want to say thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it. Again, I am passionate about what I do, and wanted to also add where people can follow me on Instagram at the Nicole Wilson. The Nicole Wilson Realtor, and the Everyday Living app on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. They're all the same. So check me out so you can keep up, with what I am doing in these Houston streets and internationally in Belize. And yeah, stay locked in. And
I'm definitely going to follow you. So what's going on? Yeah, a lot of good things happening. To our guests and not guests, but our viewers and listeners, you've been listening to iFocus Podcast with Nicole Wilson, CEO of NW Investment Properties LLC.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We air our show every Wednesday. So please subscribe to this podcast. It is your passport to the world. Thank you for listening.